by all means, marry. If you get a good wife, you will be happy and you will enjoy. You will make merry. But if you get a bad one,
you become a philosopher.
You become a philosopher.
Yeah.
You become Socrates and Aristotle.
Yeah, who you marry can either build you or break you.
Marriage is a decision people.
Serious decision.
It's an arrangement people go into without the much needed scrutiny that it actually deserves. Because unlike business venture, when people are going into a business venture, they don't want to lose their money. So they scrutinize, they check and check and check. But when they want to go into marriage,
they fly inside with the tom Mickey feelings.
They fly in, and most times they fly out. So what are we saying today? We're talking about marriage. We're talking about the important things. I considered.
Yes, the things we considered.
The things I considered. And you have the things you considered.
Okay, now it's based on
It is easy for me to come out and sound like I know it all. But at one point in my life, I was totally clueless. In fact, a year before I met you, I was totally clueless. And before I go further, I would say every man needs a father. Every boy needs a father figure. Every boy needs a role model, a male role model around them to guide them, give them some orientations pertaining to life, women, marriage. A boy child that has a good guiding father around him would direct. There are certain conversations men have with their sons pertaining to women. Even men have with their sons pertaining to their mother. Men, the sort of conversations men have with their sons are not the same they have with their daughters.
That's true.
A man will sit his son down and say, "Boy, look, I love your mom. Yeah, she's the perfect wife for me. She's a good woman and blah 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 blah. But this is something I don't like about her. You can take all the good qualities I like about her. This, I'm not lying to you. These are pieces of advice that would be useful to you. You can take the good qualities I've seen in your mother. She's resourceful, she's productive, she's all that and all that. Or you see this, if you can think about this, this particular quality, if you can cancel it out
when finding your own
when
partner.
you're looking for your own wife, it would help you. I've been enduring, but because of the happiness she has given me and all that, because of the love she has given me, how she has taken care of me over the years, this little inconvenience, I would call it that little inconvenience, when compared to her other qualities. But you see, it niggles at me, it nibbles at me sometimes. So these are the kind of conversations men have with their sons. A man that has a masculine presence around him. Yes. A man that has a masculine presence around him
Gets all this information,
usually knows
guidance.
what to look out for. in a woman.
Yeah, I understand now.
Usually knows what to look out for in a woman. So this is something I'm giving out, something I'm saying out before I get right into. Every young boy needs a masculine presence, a father figure to guide them. If follows doesn't make a man masculine.
Yeah.
His ways, his principles make him masculine.
Yeah.
Yes. That's why there are masculine men and there are effeminate men. You get the point?
Yeah, I understand.
So now, what brought me to
saying what you said,
having a boy requiring a masculine role model around me. Before I met my wife, I had kissed a lot of frogs. I had kissed a lot of frogs, and this is because I would say I never had an orientation pertaining to women. Nobody said, see, look at this. It was free for all for me, especially after I didn't do relationship stuff till, okay, I did, but it was half-hearted. In a way, I would say I was scared of women. I didn't really know why. I was shy as a young boy. Well, first of all, I didn't have that masculine presence around me growing up. So I believe this is where everything stemmed from. I was a shy young man. When I was in the university, I had girls flocking around me. But there was never anything solid or anything concrete with any one of them because I was too shy and too meek to even see myself as a boyfriend or to pull the trigger with any one of them. Then after school, when we had gone into the labor market, as they call it, when we had gone into the labor market to tough it out, I had become a man, yet a boy inside. Many of the girls I dated, I wouldn't really pinpoint to you that these are the values that I had loved about them that made me go into a relationship with them. It was as though all I needed was
a girlfriend,
for the girl to just show me a little care, and that was it. I dated psychopaths, I dated cheats, I dated liars, and I dated some really crazy girls. Not crazy in a good way. Crazy like I would ask myself, man, is this girl okay? What am I doing? What have I been doing with this person?
Who are you?
That is it. But my last before I met my wife, not only my last, the frogs that I had kissed before I met my wife, many of them, one of them she was a sociopath. She is still a sociopath, but I've lost contact with her, so I don't know what the hell is going on in her life currently. But she's a sociopath. When I Google sociopath and all the threats that I see, that is what the thing she exhibits. Then my last before my current. These girls are hello bye kind of material. I had no business going home with any one of them. I had no business spending a month, being a boyfriend for a month, being a boyfriend for a year, being a boyfriend for 2 years. But because I didn't actually know what I needed, what I required, or what I deserved.
You didn't really know what the things that mattered.
Yes, I was vibing.
Yeah, you saw a beautiful girl, so beautiful.
Big bum, nice smile, nice catwalk, and all that. Things that were not tangible. Things that you cannot weigh against other qualities like resourcefulness, like intelligence, like productivity, like solution-based, solution-oriented, So because I didn't really know what I wanted, everything seemed okay.
Okay, even the red flags were marvelous.
Like they say, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. I saw a hell of
red
flags, but they were green flags to me. They were shiny green flags to me. But then after my breakup with the last girlfriend, because she was a girlfriend, my current is it was as though these are the situations where you say I found my
soulmate.
I found my soulmate after I had gotten married.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I found my soulmate after I ran away from one cycle. And now I'm fully aware of the things that matter. I'm fully aware that the idea of love, the mushy feeling in our stomach, that's not love.
It's just for a while.
That's just your hormones giving you confused signals. With my actually, I told you what the first time we met, when we were chatting, we were spending all those times chatting on phone.
Yeah.
I told you the stuff you wrote to me that actually wowed me.
Yeah.
And this is the first time she said she would love for me. Okay, she said she would love for us to have a house, our own house in Enugu. I was just getting to know this person. I said, wow. Subconsciously, I said, this person is already making, long-term plans. And for somebody who's not concerned about material stuff like wigs and the usual handbags and iPhones, this person is talking about something concrete. This actually got me to pay attention. So okay, this person is real. Okay, she said from our. She said yo. I would love us to have our house in Enugu. She corrected herself and said, I would love for you to have a house in so and so. I said, him in. So she's very down to earth, very, very feminine. Every man wants a woman that is opposite of him. Every man, real man, or not be man with a like woman. Every man wants a feminine woman who will complement him. A feminine woman that is going to complement him. You actually, and the one way you finish work.
Tell me, I didn't know.
Usually and normally, especially our generation, everybody calls everybody babe. but you started calling me something more native, more traditional, and
Yeah, you serious?
you say I no strong, if you sweep me off my feet.
You did tell me this.
And your conflict resolution techniques and methods, top notch. Even in the face of, sometimes I'm the troublemaker, but you've never talked back at me. And these are all opposite of the things I experienced in my last relationships. But with you, everything is seamless. Like we've never had any.
No, we've never had any fallout. We've not had anything out of our control before.
And we're going to 4 years now.
Yeah.
Going to 4 years.
You know, you look cute even when you're angry. So you see, the thing is that for me, I don't know how other people do it, but I know the things that I have a picture. I have a picture of the kind of home that I want to
something I missed to say. You've made me a better man, because some things that will happen, and I would have reacted a certain way, but with you, I'm forced to reconsider my actions, and I'll just tell you, see, this thing you did, I didn't like it. But before, there would have been an outburst.
Yeah.
But you've made me a better man. Now, I think about my actions. I think about them through. And when I'm feeling doubts, when I'm having doubts about certain things, it's when I just think about how you would, ginger me up with a few words. I would just have your voice in my head, and I'll spring up and do such. You've made me a better person and a better man. And I would say I've been lucky, because from the outside, I wouldn't have known that they said big things come in small packages. I wouldn't have known that.
Oh my God! Okay, tell them that I'm a small woman.
I wouldn't have known that all these big things are contained in this small nice package. But the more we go, the more I find out. I would say I struck gold, and I would say I'm happy. And the benefits of having a masculine figure around a boy. Now, I would have something tangible to share with my sons pertaining to women.
Yeah.
You know my stand about women in certain areas of life.
Yes.
Now, they will have a model mom. They'll have a model mother, and they'll have somebody who can give them real life, truthful truths about what a man should find beneficial in a woman. Because not every woman, no matter how you feel about them, is valuable.
It's true.
Yes. If this person doesn't have any value to impact in you, the funny feeling you call love, it's not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it. Now, through my experiences, my old experiences and my current experiences, I have a perfect reference to guide my sons with. Yes.
Yeah. But you you've
I've
said.
I've left you speechless.
Seriously, because
Speechless.
because these things you said
That's
now.
how you make me feel when I'm with you. I'm lost for one
This thing you said now, what you
Mhm.
just said is something I can actually say about you, because you have rare qualities. You have rare qualities. You know when you look at people or some certain people, you'll be like, this person is like this. Why is it that this person keeps
Why has he been kissing frogs?
exactly? Or you'll be wondering.
You remember I told you the same thing.
Yes.
They say, you don't kiss frogs. Well.
You keep wondering, why is this person encountering this kind of a thing? Or you look at some people, you be like, they are not supposed to go through this thing. Now why are they going through this kind of a thing? And when I met you and I got to understand you and know the kind of person you are, I was wondering why people that has been in your life, or people from your past, why they did the things they did. Or is it that their frontal lobe wasn't well developed at the time, so they didn't really understand what they were doing, or they were just living life. Some people just live their life hoping that there is time, let me just enjoy for now. There is time. I'm going to, when I'm at so age, I'm going to adjust and start. Right. Yes, I'll start becoming serious.
Somebody better will even come.
Yeah, something like that. But for me, growing up, I have this dream. I have this dream of having a good home. I have this dream of having a good family, a good husband, a good children. I have this dream of building a home. I have how you say you have a roadmap. You have you have your building. You have the architectural design. That's the way it has been in my mind, in my head, in my heart, on what my family should be like. As the woman of the house, as a homemaker, how I would love my family to be. You see, and this map that I have in my head has been the thing leading me all through my life, because when I meet you and you're not giving me, I'm not seeing you in this picture of what I'm going to have in the future.
You disengage.
Yes, I sabi run. Hey, I ran well.
You see what you just mentioned now. That is a roadmap I never had in my head. That is why I've spent most of my years as a young man colluding, political English, colluding with shit. The people I was supposed to say hello, bye, I allowed them into my space for a year, for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I never had that roadmap in my head. I never had somebody who would guide me and say, if this is red flag, this is a red flag. The effects of lack of that father figure or father presence, it runs deep.
Yeah.
It really runs deep.
Yeah. It's something that people don't really look into, and some people even up to this moment don't know that it's a thing, but it is. So because, back to what I was saying, because I had this plan, I had this I would say roadmap.
Thank God for your roadmap.
I could tell myself that this person is not good for me. I could tell myself that, okay, this person is good, but on a long run, this person is not going to. I could tell myself when we talk, when I discuss with you, and I found out that we are not in the same page, because you already know I like to discuss things. I like to talk, so I like to bring up ideas. I like to discuss things that really matter, not just baby you're so cute, oh baby you're so beautiful, all those vague discussion. I like to talk about things, real life problems, real life situations, real life, even the ones that maybe something we see going on, or something going on in our life. I like to talk about things. So in the spirit of discussion, and I noticed that okay, you don't really have anything up there. You don't have anything to give. Like, I'm the one who is going to keep pouring in a cup, keep pouring. My brother, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So I think this is something that has helped me. It has really helped me until when I met you. You see, so when I met you and I noticed that, wow, who is this guy that has this box of knowledge, and where has he been all along? So you see, and then that was why I was wondering, why all those people? What was wrong with those people those days? And somehow I thank God that something was wrong with them, because if not, if I carry you say run. So you see, me knowing, I knew things that really mattered. So I took those things that mattered seriously. I know not to stay with someone who lash out on me on a little thing. I know not to stay with someone who had raised hands for any reason at all to hit me, because I'm this person that I don't, just like you said, it's not because I met you I stopped talking back at people. No, it's not because I met you I stopped wanting things a certain way. No, this is how I have always been. So you see, this my small picking self that doesn't really like trouble, and you see somebody giving me trouble. I'm this kind of person that I've always wanted peace. I don't want issue. Anything that is going to cause problem, I try to avoid it. You see, now me trying to avoid problem to, for us to be happy and all that, and you're giving me this stress of problem. I'm running, and I won't run and feel like, okay, I'm going to stay alone for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years even, without having a man in my life. I don't care. When I run, I run. And when I run, and when I'm running, I'll be like, a good man will find me, a good man will come. You see, because I keep looking at people who have issues in their marriage, and I know that that's not the kind of home I want to have. That's not the kind of home I want to build. I don't want to raise kids in a home where there is no peace. I don't want to raise kids in a home where there is no love. I don't want to raise kids in a home where everybody, we can't talk about anything, everybody just carrying face. There are things that I want. So when I see you giving me those vibes of those things that I don't want in my home, I'm running. So you see why I kept running until I ran into your heart. So that's it. So meeting you, I found out that you're a good person generally, and you're teachable, you're easy to learn, and I could learn a lot from you that I'm even still learning. I was like, wow. You see, meeting you, I found out that I'm not going to keep pouring in a cup, keep pouring and not getting any. I noticed that as I was pouring, you're over pouring in my head. I'm pouring, you're giving me back, and it was we could talk. Unlike, before, you just be with someone, you're talking, they're pressing their phone, after saying a thing and you're waiting for a response or a reply, and you see this person will just dump whatever you've said and come up with
next they will say, let's go and hang out.
Yes, and start talking about something that has nothing to do with what you just raised, and you keep wondering, was I actually talking to myself, or is it that this person don't know what to say in this situation or what? And it's not something that happened once, it keeps happening. So when there is not going to be a communication between us, and when we are not, after we finish eating and all that, then what next? We are just going to sit and mope at each other or press phone and chat with people outside the home,
One of the reasons why we actually clicked is because of shared values.
Yes.
Because of shared values.
Yes.
When like the first time we talked, you said the religion you practice. I said no problems for me. And when we got close, we seemed to share the same family values. Not our extended families.
Yeah.
The intended families we want to build.
Yeah.
The families we want to build, the same principles you have, the same things you want to impact, and the same way you want to build. It's the same way we share the same ideas.
Yeah.
We share the same ideas. We share the same passion for most things. In fact, we have a lot in common, more than the things we don't have in common.
Yes, it's true.
Almost everything. And
true.
It's not forced. Almost everything that appeals to you appeals to me. It's not forced. It's not I'm doing this thing because my partner is doing it.
Yes.
Almost everything is natural. You see? Because we've talked about love not being enough. How marrying for the wrong reasons, like physical attraction and all sorts of short-term qualities or short-term values, how they are not enough. Shared value is something. Compatibility is another important thing to consider before getting into marriage with somebody.